So a lot of the folks in the room who work with organizations are part of this coalition. What it tries to do is to bring all the voices together. So we try to, when we got the city, we worked with the city to pass 100% clean renewable energy goal for 2030. We got this coalition together of all kinds of folks, Clean Air Carolina, Quality, what's your thing called, Brian? Quality?
Oh, quality first, yeah.
Air quality.
Yeah.
Quality first.
Yeah.
City, we got Soul Nation, we got all the folks, Sierra Club, etc., to work together, to come up with common values and common goals. That's how you get things done. So the North Carolina Climate Solutions Coalition also has a website, and they're doing things around the state. One of the awful things happening is there's a huge pipeline going up in eastern North Carolina. It's going through Lumbee Native American tribal lands. And because Lumbee are not federally recognized, they don't have the power to stop it without legal action. So there are several lawsuits that are being put out. The problem with the pipeline, not only does it go through acres of land and scar that forever and it leaks, natural gas is methane. 85% of it is methane. It is 86 times worse than carbon dioxide in its first 20 years. It dissipates more quickly, but when it first gets released, it's worse for your lungs and worse for air quality. So don't believe that natural gas is natural and clean. It's also a challenge. So North Carolina Climate Solutions Coalition works to try to get state law to change. They try to get people across the state to work on things like getting Duke Energy to do more solar and more clean energy. Do you know the state of Iowa gets half of its energy from wind power? 50% from wind power. And the farmers get money because they lease out part of their cropland to put the wind tower. It's not a very big base. They can still grow crops all around it, and they get lease payments. So they're actually helping farmers stay in business by having wind turbines on their property. So there are lots of great things going on. There are lots of hopeful things going on. Everyone can personally make a difference. Change your habit, one little habit at a time. So you start taking your grocery bags to the store with you. Don't get those plastic or even paper bags. Take your own reusable bags with you. Every little thing that you do can make a huge difference. So, in thinking about the intersection of equity and justice and climate and how important it is for that voice, and thinking about how we need to get past depression and into hope and into spirit and into art. And when I heard Nikisha say we're going to have music, which is lovely, by the way, you're awesome. And we're going to have artistic works that are inspired by environment and justice. And the McCall Center is a wonderful place for that. When I heard that, I said, well, when I was in high school, I used to write poetry. And so I got inspired to write a little poetry.
All right now.
All right now. So what you have to remember is that, and it's a little spoken word, a little poetry, it's kind of a combination, because it was kind of the way I was feeling. So, and because I'm over 40, I can't memorize anything, so I have to read it. You know that, right? Once you go to a certain age, you can't memorize it all. Like, I remember poems when I was 3, right, but not now. So I'm going to read it.
Hey, come on. I'm 71.
So I'm going to read it, but I'm going to put some feeling in it, and I hope that you will honor my newfound, and I'm a little self-conscious about it, because doing poetry is different than giving a speech.
It's family, it's family, come on.
So here we go. And it's hard to do with a microphone, because I want to use my, I want to gesture. So I'm going to you over, okay?
She's got to use somebody. Yeah.
I don't have a name for this. Y'all, after you hear it, you can give me your ideas for a name, okay? Yeah. Every day, we see the pictures of disaster. Hurricane winds rip away roofs. Floodwaters rise. In Nebraska, Entire towns disappear like a magic trick in a horror show. Now you see them, now you don't. In Iran, cars are swept away in the current like toys tumbling before a water hose, some with people still inside. Apocalyptic scenes of thousand-year floods now happening every year. We see a woman standing waist-high in water, her face drained of hope, a baby clinging to her shoulder, waiting, watching. The lines in her face betray her misery. She hopes her family finds her, that the rescue boats find her. They don't leave without her, that she is not left over. Then there are wildfires, flames visible from space, tracked by NASA like bright red scars scraped into the face of Mother Earth by some invisible giant. Miles and miles of smoke billowing amidst the scars, hiding the coastline, covering California's face in despair. Photos of families in New Bern, living in ruined apartments infested by mold left over when the floodwaters receded, left over when everything else returned to normal, left over when the camera crews left, and the relief money left, trying to find meaning to continue to eke out lives in condemned apartments with no money for repairs, no money to move, no money for disease-soaked schools, wondering how, not knowing why, fearing tomorrow, left over. If things don't change by 2040, there will be 140 million climate refugees, 140 million souls fleeing disaster, fleeing dying coastlines, fleeing sinking islands, fleeing toxic air, contaminated water, left over. But we have the means to change our course. We know that carbon is our bane. As windmills rise like a mighty force spread across the windswept plain, and solar farms sprout over the land, panels glistening in the sun. As plastic bags and straws are banned, the transformation has begun.
All right.
But will we reach the goal in time? Can we stop the fever's rise? The killing warmth, as in a crime that seeks humanity's demise? What will we tell our kids if we don't pitch in and do our part? Are we the sowers of apathy, of giving up, of losing heart? No. No, no. Now is the time to spread the word, so each can change the planet's path by starting with what we all have heard, to lessen Mother Nature's wrath. Reduce your use of polluting cars, recycle everything you can, buy local food, no plastic jars, become a walking and biking fan. But most important in this future view is the power of your voice to advocate. The most important part of our future is you. So just remember, it is not too late. So somebody's got to come up with a name.
Climate, and then a colon, despair to hope. That's just how climate, colon, despair to hope.
All right.